If you have a series that spawns from one classic movie, but you're facing diminishing returns with the sequels, just wait a decade or two before a reboot and you've got guaranteed box office returns. That's what Colin Trevorrow and team learned with what's the most financially successful film in the franchise. The big story wrinkle here is that the park is finally open and fully functioning. So yes, we get some chaos with dinosaurs running amok, but we're somewhat limited in terms of species, which is unfortunate. The big scene of chaos is all pteranodons and dimorphodons, but the main creature here is the biggest problem I have with the movie. Dr. Henry Wu, the only returning character from the previous films, has spliced multiple dinosaurs together, creating a new species known as the Indominus Rex. This series moving towards fictional dinosaurs is a bridge too far for me personally, as a big dinosaur fan, but the movie does right this wrong by the end. But it's very stupid how this even comes to be, as it's reportedly done because people are becoming unimpressed and bored with dinosaurs, but every glimpse of guests we see in this park suggests the opposite. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are our new blood here, and while their characters are underwritten, I do think the two have good chemistry together, and their scenes together work better for me than I'd have thought, given the cliched writing. The human villains here are a problem. Henry Wu is one thing. Sure, if you've just seen the movies, you get the impression he's just a random scientist who happens to be on the floor when Grant and the others are there. But if you've read the novel, you'll know that Crichton conceived him as the true mastermind behind Jurassic Park. But seeing him go full supervillain is certainly odd, though he's still far better than Vincent D'Onofrio, who wants nothing more than to use trained dinosaurs as military assets.
Do you hear yourself when you talk?
Owen Grady's been training the velociraptors, but really just the way you'd train any dangerous animal at a zoo. You train it enough so that it doesn't kill random employees. So this aspect is probably less dumb than it sounds on paper, but D'Onofrio pushes it over the ledge. But speaking of dumb, the Indominus Rex escapes because park employees willingly open its cage after like 30 seconds of not being able to find it. It's absurd. I couldn't believe the writers couldn't have come up with a better way for the thing to escape. I'd have even preferred a recycling of the corporate spy plot to this. It probably sounds like I hate this movie, and truth be told, I think I did until the last 15 minutes or so. But then we get a tag team of T-Rex and Blue the Velociraptor against the Indominus Rex. It's so thrilling, even if dumb, that it makes up for so many of the film's shortcomings, and had the next 3 films not gone the direction they went, I'd have thought this was the franchise acknowledging that it would never let real dinosaurs be outshined by their science fiction imitators. I also love the addition of the Mosasaurus, though I confess I don't know how InGen could have possibly gotten DNA from a mosquito bite of a strictly aquatic animal. So a lot of creatures here, new and old, and the top 5 in Jurassic World. Number 5, Ankylosaurus. Number 4, the Indominus Rex. As I've said before and will continue to say, I don't love the fictional dinosaurs, but this is so heavily featured and it's the main antagonist, it has to be somewhere in the top 5. Number 3, the Mosasaurus. One of my favorite details of this as a functioning amusement park is the Mosasaurus exhibit. I think that would be so cool. Number 2, the Velociraptor, of course, Blue being the featured one, and number 1, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The movie makes us wait for it, but it does not disappoint. I have plenty of complaints about this movie, but at the end of the day, I do sort of enjoy it. I think it's a film that illustrates all the flaws in blockbuster films since the original's release, but I like a lot of the creativity with the park, and some of the scenes are pretty thrilling and capitalize upon excellent visual effects. While I complain about the lack of variety in terms of creatures wreaking havoc on the park, I think the T-Rex is saved so that it and Blue can become the heroes. We wouldn't be rooting for them as strongly as we do if they had been killing people like in the other films. I believe this is the most polarizing film in the franchise. I don't think anyone loves it, but plenty of people like it, and plenty hate it. I do think it's considerably better than some of the films following it in the series. It's dumb, but I think the movie does a decent enough job of justifying its stupidity within the story. With the exception of how the Indominus escapes. That's a line I won't cross.